Hi, my name is Dori Hanys, and I am a staff member here at Christ the Good Shepherd. I am the infant baptism coordinator for baptisms in English. But I am also a member here at Christ the Good Shepherd and have been a member here for almost 30 years now. I have raised 2 children in this church, and my session for you today is a short one on building your foundation. So a quick question to think about: what values or morals were important in your home as you were growing up, when you were a child? Okay, so what values and morals do you as parents want taught in your home? What do you want taught to your children? God is our greatest advisor. I love to turn to Him whenever I have questions like this. So in the Bible, let's see what He has to say about this. In Matthew's Gospel, He tells us, "Everyone who listens to these words of mine and acts on them will be like a wise man who built his home on rock. The rains fell, the floods came, and the winds blew and buffeted the house. But it did not collapse. It had built solidly on rock. And everyone who listens to these words of mine but does not act on them will build a house like a fool on sand. The winds will come, the rains will fall, the floods came and buffeted the house. And it collapsed and was completely ruined." So as we're building this foundation for our children, the basis for how they're going to build up their faith life, you are their main catechists. You will always be their main teachers. So you're going to be the person that's going to first lay this foundation. But what influences can come upon your children that could make a difference in this foundation or influence this foundation? What about friends, teachers, coaches, the church? What about TV and movies they watch? What about the music that they listen to? What about social media? I have 2 friends of mine, great co-workers and friends, that are going to help me. Because we're going to be working together closely, we're going to all put on our masks and be masked. But this little presentation has a little bit something to think about. In this day and age, in this health environment, we think that maybe our children could possibly live to be 100 years old. So as we're laying this foundation, let's consider that at about age 25, they're going to be maybe not living in your house anymore. Maybe they've started their own families. Maybe they've gotten a job, moved into their own apartment, moved away. So they're not even in our house anymore. But even sooner than that, what about at about age 18? They've graduated high school. Are they going away to college? Or if they're staying at home and going to college, they're not in your house that much anymore. Between school and friends and homework and their social life, they're very much not around. And all the things that we talked about are very important to them. But even more, by the time they reach junior high age, 11, I hate to tell you all this, but you're not going to be nearly as smart in their eyes as you think you are. You're probably not going to be nearly as cool as you think you are. Their friends, their coaches, all the things we said are going to start having an influence exactly on the things that you were building this foundation on. So when you thought about that huge timeline that was their life, this is the part where you're going to be the main catechist, the main teachers, the main focus on building that foundation. Is it going to be built on rock, or is it going to be built on sand? I hope that this little demonstration was a little bit eye-opening for you, because it certainly was for me when I first saw it. I pray for all of you as your families work on their faith journey, and you will always be in my prayers. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.